I just quickly want to talk about a few things, and one is hope, and also to give you a little bit of a plan. You know, as far as planning, the message you want to deliver on the state level and the federal level is that this industry is an art form. It's a culture that's transcended over generations. By the time you plant a seedling in the ground, the time you get a cigar in a box, it takes 4 to 5 years. 300 different hands touch tobacco. It's very similar to the art form of winemaking. And that's really the message. At your stores, you have local employees. In this day and age, with that much unemployment out there, you're creating jobs. You do a lot of charitable work in the local community. People that visit your stores in the day of Twitter and Facebook actually sit and have a civil conversation over a cigar. And there's a lot of good ideas that are exchanged. And those are the messages. People don't want to put you out of work. They don't want to close down your shops. Your local senators and congressmen want to collect taxes. You pay your fair share of taxes. That's the message you want to convey when you meet with these legislators. When we went to Washington, none of us here standing on the podium really had spent that much time with congressmen, senators. We had no idea how to tackle S-chip. We literally went down there banging down doors. We met with over 100 congressmen, over 50 senators. We met with the key people from Senate Finance Committee 5 or 6 times. Those meetings are next to impossible to ever have. We met with the Joint Committee of Taxation, the Ways and Means Committee, met with Chairman Nancy Pelosi. I mean, we met with all the top people. And it was just by the power of persistence, persistence, and persistence, and pure fear about being out of business. And you convey the message that this industry is very different and educate them, because they had no idea what cigars are like. They had no idea how many people work in the factories in Honduras, how many mom and pop stores there are throughout this country. Many of the businesses handed down through generations. This was a pure educational experience for these politicians, and they had sympathy. I mean, recently on our last trip when we were up in Washington and we knocked on all the doors, we were scared about FDA. We managed to meet with Chairman Harkin, who chairs the Health Committee. The very next day, he went and met with the FDA Commissioner and talked to her about our plight. We have a promise from them that they're going to actually have a meeting set up with the FDA Commissioner's office. So these are important actual goals that we're accomplishing. So there is hope out there on the state and the federal level. I quickly want to acknowledge 4 people that are here: Jeff Chowdhury, Gary Klein, Stephanie Valley, and Steve Frank. If you can please stand up. They've been very, very helpful in Washington. They work with Congressman Brian Bilberry's office, Congressman Phil Bailey's office. We organized an event with 300 staffers, congressmen in Washington, D.C. up on a rooftop where we all got to speak and explain the plight about this industry and the issues that are facing this industry. And they were very instrumental in getting letters signed to get exemptions from FDA. So we have a lot of help. And they've been down here on their own dime because they have one passion, that passion for cigars. And it's very disheartening when all of us go to cigar stores and we do events, and there's been tons of posters, tons of flyers, all this stuff that CRA spent money on to send out to the tobacco stores. And you walk in and there's not a single piece of information that I see in these stores. And then I go and ask after I give a speech about the CRA, where are the brochures? Oh, they're in my back office. I mean, you think about it, we have 346 great tobacco stores throughout this country, our members. If each store signed up one person a week, we'd have 346 new members a week. If you did that on a daily basis, can you imagine the amount of power we could actually produce through the CRA? It just takes an effort, it takes a little work, it takes persistence, because if we don't fight hard now, I'm telling you, these battles are looming. So we're all here working for you together, working together. I hope we get energized and you spread the message. I mean, there's so many retailers at this in New Orleans today, and look how many people are in the room. So obviously we have to do a better job of getting our fellow retailers, your fellow state retailers, put aside your differences and have a unified fight. Tomorrow at 5:30 in the evening, right after the show ends, in the convention center, not in the Hilton, the manufacturers together have put together a cocktail reception for an hour. It's from 5:30 to 6:30. The purpose of this cocktail reception is for the retailers from every state in the union. We're going to have 3 lead retailers there who are going to come and help you get organized to form your state association. We're going to give you a roadmap and a guideline how to get that association set up. So if you come there tomorrow, room through 2:30, it's adjacent to the convention center. As you walk out the door, at 5:30 there'll be a cocktail reception, and we're going to give you the guidelines and the roadmap to form the association. I'll introduce Carlito and anybody else who'd probably like to say anything. Bobby, Corey, anybody? Anyway, thank you.